Now on CoastTV News.
Lower speed limits and higher fines, officials changing the rules for Bikefest in Ocean City.
Repaving Rehoboth. After an on-again, off-again budget battle, the project is back on and the avenue will be paved.
Cybersecurity, Sussex County libraries updating their systems after a ransomware attack shut down their computer labs.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Slowing down to save lives, Ocean City taking action. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with a new safety measure in Ocean City that was sparked by a serious accident.
A special event zone dropping speed limits to 30 miles per hour will be in place for next year's Bikefest. Coast TV's Kevin Zappe explains what led to this decision.
On September 13th, Tyler Walsh, a junior at Stephen Decatur High School, was hit by a motorcycle while crossing Coastal Highway in Ocean City, leaving him in critical condition. It was heartbreaking news for people in town, including Mayor Rick Meehan.
That was unfortunate. That was terrible. Couldn't be any worse.
The accident happened at the peak of Bike Week, sparking demands to make the event safer. An Ocean City local, Donna Greenwood, believes Bike Week will only grow, bringing even more crowds and risks in the years to come.
There are so many pedestrians, so many people riding little scooters and bicycles, much more so than ever in the past. And we just need to keep everybody safe.
On Tuesday, Ocean City Council responded, approving the police chief's recommendation to create a special event zone for next year's Bikefest. When a special event zone is in place, that means everywhere in Ocean City is 30 miles or less. And if you're caught speeding, fines are increased. Mayor Rick Meehan says they've never felt the need for such a zone during Bike Week before. But after this year's accidents, he believes it's a necessary step.
We just think it's better if we tamper it down just a little bit. It'll lessen the number of accidents, the severity of any potential accidents, and create a safer atmosphere for everybody.
Tyler Walsh reportedly is still in recovery following the incident. I'm Kevin Zappe in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
And the special event zone has been in place for a lot of events, including the Endless Summer Cruising event that just wrapped up. But this will be the first time that they put it into effect for the Ocean City Bike Fest. And all of this brings us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know if you think the special event zone should be extended to all of the Ocean City events.
Let's take a look at the updated results from last news hour. If you look at your screen, wow, 81%, that's gone up a hair. Say yes, and that would include everything: country calling, ocean calling, endless summer cruise, and all of those things.
Any of the big things where a whole bunch of people are coming to that one spot. Now, if you haven't voted yet, you can go do that at coasttv.com or use the mobile app that we have, and you can leave a comment as well. We'll show you updated results on Coast TV News at 11.
You might remember earlier this month, Coast TV reported plans for repaving Rehoboth Avenue. They were put on hold due to budget cuts. But now a 180. The city says the project is a go for the fall. Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson is live there. Brandon, you heard mixed reactions today.
Some locals tell me that this work on Rehoboth Avenue will be all worth it in the end. In a statement the city released, they say repaving will take place overnight from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and will start soon after the Sea Witch Festival. One business owner on Rehoboth Avenue wants more communication from the city about these projects.
I wish that there was more communication between the business community and the city hall, because this quarter is our second busiest quarter. When it's fully done, obviously it'll give it a better look.
DelDOT named Adel as the contractor to finish this repaving. In Rehoboth Beach, Brandon Ferguson, Coast TV News.
A car accident in Georgetown today around noon closed roads for an hour. According to the Delaware State Police, two cars crashed into each other at Route 9 and Prettyman Road. All roads were closed for cleanup. Police are still investigating. We have more on this accident on coasttv.com. It's a great place to check for further information.
Let's go ahead and take a live look right now outside into Ocean City. Our first alert chief meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at our forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Maddie. We've been taking very sober Look at the lack of precipitation along the East Coast, specifically how it's affecting our area. A wider view, then we're going to zoom in. For the next 6 to 10 days, we're in that area where normal's gray. We're about 3 degrees separated from normal to drier than normal in our region, generally speaking. Now, with that in mind, take a look at our expectations as far as what's happening with the drought. We're looking at moderate drought for most of the county, and then between Bethany Beach and Ocean Pines, we're looking at an abnormally dry situation. Now, breaking this down even more so, for the month, we have yet to receive any precipitation, and we're 2 inches shy of our normal total for this time of the year, or for this month. Now, for the year, we're about 4.5 inches shy of where we should be. So we're talking about a significant amount of drought that's expected for us. And for Georgetown alone specifically, we've had maybe 1/10 of an inch of rain, but that was back in September on the 27th. So we've been dry, and the rain just simply hasn't been there, and it's now turning into a major problem, Maddie.
As Paul just mentioned, fields are incredibly dry. That triggered a statewide burn ban to try and prevent fires from happening. Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken shows us how the weather is impacting multiple activities on Delmarva.
As Adam Ritter harvests soybeans on his family farm, he says he's behind for one specific reason: the weather.
It's been very, very dry. It's definitely one of the driest years I've seen in quite a while. It's affected us pretty bad with this weather. It's definitely been probably about over a month since we've had any substantial rain.
Dry conditions also prompted the Delaware State Fire Marshal to put a statewide burn ban in place. This ban prohibits things like bonfires, controlled burnings, and outdoor rubbish fires.
Following the burn ban, the City of Lewis reached out to those with scheduled bonfires and offered them a refund or the option to reschedule. And as you can see, it is very windy outside, which is just yet another reason for this ban, as strong winds would increase the risk of spreading those bonfires.
The dry air and strong wind combination is why Milton Fire Chief Johnny Hopkins thinks this ban is smart.
With combines and equipment in the field, sometimes they have bad bearings or something that might heat up and cause a spark and that sort of thing. But the wind, obviously, if you're burning and have something on fire, the wind can stoke it up even if you think you have it out.
Campfires smaller than 3x3 used for cooking are still currently allowed. Those who break the rules could face civil or criminal penalties. In Sussex County, I'm Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
State officials are also encouraging water conservation during this dry period. Open burns typically allowed from September 30th to April 30th, but the bans can be put in place when conditions like what we're seeing now require it.
And there are burn bans in Wicomico and Worcester counties. We have much more on those and other bird bans across Delmarva on CoastTV.com. Sussex County is moving to the final phase of a significant property assessment affecting nearly 200,000 properties. It should be done next year, and maybe you already know this, but if not, let me walk you through it. This court-ordered update is the first since the 1970s. The reassessment will soon prompt the county to send tentative property assessments to homeowners in mid-November. Officials urge homeowners to review these documents carefully, as they will reflect current market values and impact next year's property taxes.
Fairness needs to be based on value, not just population or popularity or oceanfront or regardless.
Now, even though property values will likely increase, officials have stated the county will have to lower its property tax rate to account for those higher assessments. That's because by law, Sussex County can't collect more than 15% above what was collected in the previous year. Computers are still offline in Sussex County libraries after they were hacked by ransomware almost 4 weeks ago. The Sussex County Library Advisory Board met Wednesday morning in Georgetown. All they shared with Coast TV is that the cyber attack is still under investigation. Signs like these can be found outside of multiple libraries in the county, and while some have Wi-Fi, their computers are down, and it's not really clear yet when they'll be up and running again.
The tennis courts located in Canal Front Park in Lewis are going to be closed over the next couple of days. That's due to repairs. Earlier this year, the city says the court was vandalized by somebody on an electronic bike who left tire marks on the property. The repairs are focused on fixing that, as well as the crank that raises and lowers one of the nets. Parks and Marina Manager Janet Reeves hopes that they're going to be open again pretty soon.
It will be the schedule, but back as usual. We alternate use by pickleball players and tennis players. So that schedule will continue. We're hoping to have the courts back open on Saturday.
Oh, that contentious battle between pickleball and tennis. We will keep people updated on when the courts will be reopening on their website.
Help Georgetown become cleaner and greener. The town of Georgetown is hosting a community cleanup. This will take place October 19th from 9 to 2 and begin at the historic fire hall. There will be 4 dumpsters located throughout Georgetown. There are items that can't be allowed in dumpsters, like chemicals, hazardous waste, paints, and even tires.
A reminder for the return of Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign. We support charities who handpick families in need, and they ensure every child gets a gift to open Christmas morning. Right now, we're looking for those charities. We are accepting applications from those nonprofits, but that's coming up quick. It goes through October 18th.
We are just getting started this evening.
Tee Off for Youth, a golf tournament benefiting underprivileged kids and teens.
And another chilly night on tap for some areas from the coast could fall into the upper 30s. We're tracking a bit of a warm up for next week, but right now we're dealing with that chill in the air, Maddie.
First, a local organization brought a community together for a special memorial event when we are back in just 60 seconds.
Johnny Janosik's multi-million-dollar inventory sell-off is back. Right now, save up to 70% on leather, upholstery, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Plus, 0% APR for 24 months. It's all going on now at Johnny Janosik.
My name is Bill Colling, and I've known Mark Schaefer for 30+ years. He and I have been able to reach out and reach across to each other for causes and things that were good for people, communities, and neighborhoods. I do believe that Mark being reelected will be great for our communities and our families and things that we need to get done to be a better world.
Johnny Janosik's multi-million-dollar inventory sell-off is back. Right now, save up to 70% on leather, upholstery, bedrooms, dining rooms, and more. Plus, 0% APR for 24 months. It's all going on now at Johnny Janosik.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Here you see a butterfly resting peacefully on the ground.
That was part of Sun Behavioral's second annual Sun Goes Purple event. Coast TV reporter Zakia Jennings shows us why that butterfly signifies something so important.
A purple banner and purple balloons blowing in the wind, all honoring those who lost their lives to addiction. Sun Behavioral provides treatment and therapy to those recovering from substance abuse. Christy Thompson is in recovery. She says she's grateful that people today are more educated on the battle with substance abuse.
So for personally, this event means to me, it shows, how much we've grown as a community, how open and honest people can be now, and how the stigma is starting to break.
There were a number of vendors that provide mental health services in attendance. Also present was Lorraine Laria, the Director of Business Development with Sun Behavioral. She says recovery is one journey people can't go on alone.
We just appreciate having all of these people coming out to support someone who is going through struggles, or just to support the families of people who have lost a loved one to substance use overdose, because it is a huge factor in our community these days.
Events like these are put on to support our community and celebrate those who have made it over such a rough hurdle in life. And Sun, the organization that hosted this event today, hopes to have this event every year. And in order to celebrate those who have made it through such a hurdle, today, they released butterflies. In Georgetown, I'm Zakia Jennings, Coast TV News.
Well, let's release your golf game, all right? We're looking at it. Hey, you're aligned to putt up, but things are starting to get just a little bit better, but, we're still going to be a little chilly and still a little breezy, but we will enjoy a high of 61 degrees.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today. Every family deserves a cozy mattress, a table to gather, and a space to relax. At Alton Brothers, credit problems are no problem. Alton's in-house financing works with you to get the furniture you deserve. Proudly helping families for over 75 years. Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury.
Now is actually the time to get your house ready for winter weather.
Call All Exteriors and get your loose shingles or siding repaired now.
Bill will send someone as soon as tomorrow to assess your repair and give you a quote on the spot.
Even if you don't have the budget for a whole new roof, making a repair now can prevent more costly damage later.
Get 25% off any roofing or siding repair, plus free financing if you need it.
Call today for a free inspection.
Roofing, siding, gutters, decking, and windows. All Exteriors.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
In Maryland, we live closer to the halls of the Senate than anywhere in America, but often it feels they're on another planet. Because when it comes to what's impacting your life, Washington's nowhere to be found. We can take on corporate price gouging, causing prices to skyrocket, expand access to affordable prescription drugs, keep our neighborhoods safe, and protect your hard-earned retirement. I'm Angela Also-Brooks, and I'll be a senator focused on you. That's why I approve this message.
Honey, we have a leak.
Already?
I told you we should have went with Hershey Exteriors.
We don't cut corners at Hershey Exteriors. We guarantee craftsmanship that lasts.
As you see here, Hershey Exteriors did an amazing job on my roof. I'd recommend them to anyone.
With Hershey Exteriors, you'll get high-quality materials and an industry-leading GAF Golden Pledge warranty. Because one thing you should never compromise on is quality. When you need a new roof, trust Hershey Exteriors, because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
Don't accept no for an answer. You deserve a second chance. Alton's in-house financing works with you to get the furniture you deserve. Helping families on Delmarva with their furniture needs for over 75 years. Have you been to Alton Brothers in Salisbury lately?
Struggling with moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis? Talk to your doctor about #1 prescribed Entyvio, offering 2 maintenance options, including the Entyvio pen. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. PML, a rare, potentially fatal brain infection, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, sores, or are prone to infections. Liver problems can occur. Entyvio, relief, remission for real.
Entyvio, Entyvio, Entyvio.
Thanks to the dry atmosphere and the dry conditions, the early morning chill has been a little bit of a hurdle to get over, but we've recovered nicely in the afternoon hours, but we're going to recover nicely, particularly after this weekend. Our Irish Eyes camera, we're going to drop to 54 degrees by 9 o'clock, 53 by 10 o'clock, partly cloudy skies. But here's that hurdle that I was talking about. And the barrier, 36 degrees in Georgetown and for Salisbury. Now, just so that you know I'm not just whistling Dixie, so to speak, this is how close we got to the record low. 36 this morning, 30 degrees. That was the low that was set in 1978. And when you combine that for the winds coming out, with the winds coming out of the north, 36 and a 15 mile per hour wind makes for a very chilly start to the day. And the winds are going to stay active at least until Friday morning. You see, because we have the active small craft advisory off of the Sussex County coast and really the entire coastal area of the Delmarva Peninsula. So that combination, particularly in the morning time, makes it, not so comfortable to walk out in a t-shirt or, you'll need the windbreaker. Oh, by the way, side note, Hunter's moon for tonight, largest full moon of 2024. By the way, the name was derived from the Native Americans, Hunter's moon, but specifically we're looking at that supermoon because 14% brighter than the average full moon. Something to enjoy and to think about, That's for the nerd in me, okay? So we go back to our forecast. In the 50s overnight along the coast, but 40s as you go inland. Inland is going to be the key because you got to think about this. We're going to have a nighttime nosedive of our temperatures. You see, clear nights will allow radiation to escape into space on the upper atmosphere, creating cooler conditions and lower temperatures. So this is what I would call sweater weather, okay? It's kind of like that SNL big skit, but this time it really applies. We have temperatures falling into the 40s generally for all areas, cooler inland, milder along the shore. So we're at 48, 50 along the shore, but look at this, 39 in Harrington and in Seaford. And we're going to clock the 30s in places like Vienna, Federalsburg, and also in places like, for example, Salisbury. But we're milder along the coast because the water retains the heat a little bit longer than the land mass. Winds pouring out of the north for Thursday morning in the 50s. We'll bounce into the 60s, lower 60s for Thursday. Friday, we start off in the 40s. We'll bounce to the upper to mid 60s by Friday. So we start seeing a pattern of warming up. And as we go into the weekend, a dome of high pressure will begin to build in for the weekend, pushing the temperatures into the 70s. It's going to be sunny, but unfortunately, still staying dry. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast. The good news is this weekend we warm up and then we stay warm for next week.
Thank you, Paul. The 12th annual Tee Off for Youth Golf Tournament fundraiser is going to take place at the Ocean City Golf Club on Friday, November 1st. You can check in at 9:30 a.m. There's a shotgun start at 11 a.m. Now, all the proceeds from this will support underprivileged youth in Worcester County recreation and parks programs.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studio.
What's going on, everybody? We are getting to the end of the regular season for our local teams, including ECAC volleyball, with just 2 games left, but records are still being broken at this point of the year. Some breaking news in high school volleyball. Delmarva Christian star Elena Milloway recorded her 1,000th career kill in last night's match against Caesar Rodney. The Royal senior currently leads the team in kills and aces with 239 and 31 this season. She also has 5 blocks and 42 digs, being the driving force for Delmarva Christian this year. A big congratulations to Elena Milloway on a spectacular milestone achievement. She has led her team to a 7-6 record with 2 games before conference playoffs. And in NBA action, the Philadelphia 76ers will welcome in the Brooklyn Nets at 7 p.m. for their second-to-last preseason game. Ben Simmons will make his return to Philadelphia. As for the 76ers, we will not see Joel Embiid or Paul George, but a name to look out for is KJ Martin, who leads the team in field goal percentage in the preseason with 66%. He will be looked upon as a backup forward as the season goes on. Battle for Sports. Have a great night, everybody.
Brian, what's the difference between treated wood and composite decking?
Treated wood decking costs less, but requires a lot of maintenance over the years. Composite decking looks like wood, but won't fade, curl, or rot. It's insect resistant, maintenance free, and comes with a lifetime warranty. Get composite decking for the same price as treated lumber through October, extended just for you.
Paul Davis can bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow.
And we'll give you an estimate that day.
Call Paul Davis, the restoration and remodeling experts.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
You want power and performance? Get it all with Toyota's toughest trucks at IG Burton Toyota of Dover. Right now, lease the unstoppable 24 Tacoma for just $279 a month. Built to take on anything in its path. Need more muscle? The 2024 Tundra is ready to conquer whatever you throw at it. Buy with 1.99% APR. These aren't just trucks. These are tools, machines ready for work, ready for adventure. And the best part? They're waiting for you at IG Burton Toyota of Dover. Deals this strong don't last forever. Act now. IG Burton Toyota of Dover, where real drivers get their trucks.
We know Angela Alsobrooks got caught taking illegal tax breaks, owing $59,000 in back taxes.
And she's now getting a deal. No penalties and a 25% reduction in interest.
Now the New York Times reports Alsobrooks lied on official mortgage documents, and Alsobrooks was sued twice for not paying her bills. Thousands in water, sewer, and other expenses. What scandal will they report next? Maryland's Future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor, and the potential to take you anywhere. Current Chevy owners can get $6,500 total value on this 2024 Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 12% below MSRP. See your Delmarva Chevy dealers.
Hi, I'm Bill Whaley, inventor of the porch protection system. I want to talk a little bit about the extra space that can be created with the porch protection system. You can use that extra space for exercise equipment, pets, children, fireplaces. It's all marine grade materials. They're really easy to roll up and down. It also holds heat and air conditioning equally well. Start creating that extra space at your house today.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Celebrate the season with the 4 best days of fall at Sunfest. Experience the ultimate celebration of food, drinks, arts, crafts, and entertainment along the boards from October 24th to the 27th. Embrace fall by enjoying a seaside tractor ride, chilling around a beach bonfire, navigating a corn maze, or participating in a pet and bicycle event. Shop around over 200 arts and crafts vendors. Immerse yourself in music with an incredible lineup of free musical performances. Enjoy the free family fun all day. For more information, visit ococean.com/sunfest.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Our Bay Health Milford camera showing we're a bit overcast, 50 degrees, partly cloudy skies by 10 o'clock. And for our umbrella giveaway winner, actually, it's going to be Michael Pryslak of Rehoboth Beach. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis, Restoration. Small craft advisory stays active for the entire Delmarva Peninsula. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalitz, Brockstedt, and Federico. And here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast, warming up nicely going to the weekend and next week.
All right, Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.